Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here, and welcome to another predictions video. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the prediction god is back, this time taking on the team of the year. As I'm sure you all know by now, you can actually submit your votes for who you want to be in this year's team of the year for Ultimate Team. You can choose from a bunch of goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and attackers to form your best 11, or at least the 11 that you want to be in the team of the year. Last year, I was called upon by EA Sports, given a ballot box, and submitted my vote. And once again, I'm going to be doing the same. I'm going to be submitting my official vote with this video. I'm also going to tell you what my region, the APAC region, has decided is their team of the year as well. And of course, as I mentioned before, last year I was given a ballot box and I was able to make my votes using that. But yeah, this year, I don't know, I think there must have been cuts to the budget. So pretty much, I'm just going to go through all my predictions, letting you know player by player who I think should make this year's team of the year. But just before we get into this one, guys, I'll let you know that the video was brought to you by Foot United. As your Foot United captain, I've been able to give out some pretty awesome real-world prizes, such as trips to football games in other countries, shirts, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. But this time, it's a little bit different. This time, I'm giving you the chance not to win a real world item per se, but I'm giving you the chance to win a Team of the Year player. Any player of your choosing that makes it into the Team of the Year. It could be yours if you win this giveaway. So Team of the Year Ronaldo, surely he's going to get in. Team of the Year Messi, Team of the Year whoever, you can get to pick if you win the giveaway. They will go straight into your club. No need to drop 5, 10, whatever million coins on a player. They're just right there. So to enter the giveaway, this is what you've got to do. Head over to Foot United by clicking the link in the description down below. Sign up for the website using Twitter, Facebook, whatever you're going to use to enter the giveaway. And once you have signed up for Foot United, all you've got to do is this. I want you guys to tell me your team of the year. Just list all 11 players off in either text form. It can be in an image that you can put together in Photoshop or whatever. You can make a video. Do whatever you want. Be creative with it. The most creative submission and the team that I think is pretty bang on is going to most likely end up winning this giveaway. And of course, no matter what you do, be sure to use these two hashtags when you enter. Hashtag FootAU and hashtag EA Contest. You must use those hashtags or the entry is not submitted. So there we go, people. Get cracking with your Team of the Year submissions. Make sure you sign up for Foot United. And now, on to my Team of the Year 11. Righto, so to start this thing off, I'm just going to be saying who I think should be getting in since, you know, I don't have a ballot box. But in goal, I'm going to go for Jan Oblak. Now, that might surprise a few people, as I know David De Gea is the most popular pick. And to be fair, I was also thinking about Thibaut Courtois as well. And I know that might surprise a few people as well. But Thibaut Courtois, Golden Glove winner at the World Cup, actually did alright. He's maybe not been super great for Real Madrid toward the tail end of the year, but I thought he was almost second. Because David De Gea, I literally put third in my voting, like at this point. But for me, Jan Oblak's got to be goalkeeper of the year. In terms of actual titles won, yeah, sure. I mean, he's got the Europa League. That's obviously very impressive. And he didn't, you know, that's pretty much about it when it comes to actual titles and honours. But have you seen his unbelievable clean sheets record? The guy concedes about 0.6 of a goal every game. He's conceded in a little over 50 games, only like 27 something goals. It's miraculous. He has got an insane amount of clean sheets, and sure, you can put that down to the fact he's got a pretty decent defense ahead of him, superstars like Godin and whatnot. But I refuse to believe it's purely down to just that back line. I mean, he is a world-class goalkeeper. It's a reason he's up into the 90s, and I genuinely think he's had a phenomenal year. He's a little, I think, almost underrated a little, so maybe not by too much. I mean, it's hard to be underrated when you're a 90-something rated goalkeeper, but I still think he deserves it. I would put him in my Team of the Year. Now for my back line, starting at left back. There's really no other choice here, is there? I'm actually going to put a left back in the left back position, and it's always, of course, got to be Marcelo. Like it has been for how many goddamn years? I mean, he is pretty much one of, if not the best left backs in the game. I mean, there are other players that are very good in that position, like Andy Robertson, for example. But when you look at what Marcelo's done, of course, winning the Champions League, Brazil, I mean, they got a decent, I don't know, you can say Brazil were maybe not super great in the World Cup. They were looking pretty dangerous, but ended up not getting all that far. But regardless, he's won his third Champions League in a row, so you'll see a fair few Real Madrid players featuring in this team for me. But Marcelo at left back, I don't think anyone's going to have any complaints about that. My centre back partnership are also going to be two Real Madrid players, unbelievably, but yet still not too surprisingly. We're going to go with the main one, the main man, Sergio Ramos. He will be probably at right centre-back, I reckon. And at left centre-back, I've got to go with Varane. Again, not only did Varane win the Champions League, but he's a World Cup winner as well. And some people were thinking he'd be a bit of a dark horse for the Ballon d'Or. In the end, he wasn't even close. But he got some votes, to be fair to him. And absolutely, he should have. The Champions League and the World Cup. And he's a baller. And he's a really solid defender as well. So I feel like he had to get in the Team of the Year. And then, of course, at right back. Now, I'm not actually going to put a proper right back like Dani Alves last year. It was Dani Alves that got Team of the Year last year, right? I don't know. But I think I voted for Kimmich, but Dani Alves got in. Regardless, whatever. I'm not going to put an actual right back at right back this year. I know I voted for Kimmich, and I still do think Kimmich is great. But Bayern Munich, not doing all too great this year. Kind of struggling. And yeah, sure, they won the Bundesliga last season, but that's basically what's expected of them, except they seem to have dropped the ball this year, haven't they? And it looks like Dortmund might go on and win it. But no, I'm not going to go for an actual right back in this spot. I'm going to go for Samuel Umtiti. Another French centre-back. Again, you're noticing a trend, but I had to put Umtiti there because even though Varane has had an unbelievable year and Sergio Ramos as well, captaining Real Madrid to their third straight Champions League title, I mean, it's Umtiti that's done brilliantly as well. He won the Copa del Rey, won the league with Barcelona as well, and then, of course, part of that French side that went on to win the World Cup. He's had an absolute blinder of a year as well. He really has been sensational, and I think maybe not as good as Varane's year has been, but still pretty damn close. I'm going to chuck him in that right-back position, and I'm just going to make that one exception, where I'm going to put a centre-back at a full-back's position. I'm sure that should be okay. Now moving on to the midfield, and look, I'll be honest, I think my midfield trio is very, very similar to most people, so we'll just get it out the way. We'll get it out the way real quick with the number one player that has to be there, the Ballon d'Or winner, Luka Modric. If he didn't end up getting in there, I don't know what the hell. If you don't put Modric in your Team of the Year, I don't know what is wrong with you. I mean, you're either some jealous, I have no idea. Like, I just do not understand how Modric could not get into some people's Team of the Years. I've seen a couple people vote, and they have not put Modric in their Team of the Years. And I don't know. I guess football is not for everybody. But yeah, the Ballon d'Or winner, for crying out loud, the Golden Ball winner, the best player at the World Cup, absolutely was the best player at the World Cup, regardless on whether you think someone else should have won the Ballon d'Or or not. I mean, he was by far the best player at the World Cup. I mean, maybe Eden Hazard could have probably, if he'd gone a little further in the comp, might have pipped him to that award. But no, Modric for me, best at the World Cup. Had a sensational year, won the Champions League. He's in my Team of the Year. Of course he would be. In a holding centre defensive midfield position, look, I tell you what, I love the guy to death. I do think he almost has become a little overrated in the last season or two. I'm still saying that, but still putting him in my Team of the Year, and it is N'Golo Kanté. I'm just saying, I really don't think he is in the top 3 best midfielders in the world, but it's become quite popular now to chuck a centre defensive midfielder in, like a holding midfielder, into these teams. So instead of just 3 whatever playmakers or whatever. But yeah, I'm going to go with Kanté at centre defensive midfield. I genuinely do think he needs to watch his back because he's not just got Fernandinho, but also Casemiro coming very, very close to just, I reckon, taking over his spot as the best defensive midfielder in the world. And I feel like at times he's already lost that spot, but almost gotten it back. I feel like it's very heavily contested, but regardless, I'm still going to give Kanté his props, and I'm going to put him in this team. And the other player is, of course, even though he missed a pretty decent amount of the year through injury, or at least toward the end of it, Kevin De Bruyne. I'm sorry, he's got to get in here. Do you know how amazing this guy? I genuinely do think, even though Modric had a great year with Real Madrid, and especially an even better year with Croatia at the World Cup, I still think De Bruyne's the best midfielder in the world. It's just my opinion. I think when he's fit, when he's healthy, he is just class. So he had to get into my Team of the Year as well. And that's a very, very, it's not a surprising midfield 3, is that? When you've got Modric, Kanté, and De Bruyne. I think that would be by far the 3 most popular picks. But now on to the front 3. And again, I'm not going to surprise you too much. There are 2 names that you know are going to end up getting into my front 3. But there's that other spot that we're just trying to figure out, aren't we? The 2 names, of course, that I was going to get on were going to be Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. I don't think they've dropped their game enough for whatever reason to not get into the top 3. I think, again, they both earn their spot there for sure. So Ronaldo's going to go at left wing and Messi can go at right wing. But who's going to get that striker spot? Harry Kane, again, been pretty good this year. Robert Lewandowski's been all right. And Mo Salah, of course, we can't forget about him. He had an amazing. You could almost call it a breakout year. I know that he was doing all right for Fiorentina, for Roma, and for all those, like before, for Roma especially. But like, no, I do think Mo Salah has just done bits this season, but he just didn't really have anything to show for it at the end of it. Yes, he did break the record for the most goals in a 38 Premier League game season, but I don't know. I wasn't going to give it to Mo Salah because there was just one other lad that had an even bigger year, I think, than Salah. That man has to be Kylian Mbappe at the age of 19, winning a World Cup, doing bits with PSG, even if it is in the Farmers League, but still. I mean, World Cup winner at 19. How does that not get you into the team of the year? Plus, he was the best young player at the World Cup as well. He announced himself this year as the next big thing. Like, honestly, we've got guys like Neymar, who we've always thought would be the next in line for the throne when Messi eventually goes, when Ronaldo goes as well. Neymar, but I'm telling you what, Neymar leaves Barcelona to get out of Messi's shadow, goes over to PSG, and now Mbappe has put him right in his. It's just ridiculous how unbelievable he has shown at, like, some of the stuff he has shown at such a young age. So Mbappe for me, since I've already got Messi at that right wing spot, I'm probably going to just put him in at striker. I think Mbappe at striker should be fine. That's cool. I mean, you could probably maybe put Ronaldo at striker, but that's how I'm going to set it. I'm going to have Ronaldo at left wing, Messi at right wing, and Mbappe up top as striker. Even though, yeah, sure, you'd probably see him maybe more to the right-hand side, but whatever, it's cool. I had to get those front three in my front three. So anyway, that was my team of the year, my individual team of the year predictions, but this is what my region, the Asia Pacific region, obviously being from Australia and being the Foot United captain for Australia, this is what my region is going to submit as their team of the year. We are going to have Courtois in goal. Again, I would have probably preferred All Black, and I probably wouldn't have wanted De Gea in because even though De Gea has been great this year, it's probably been his worst year in the last 4 or 5, I would say. So I didn't want De Gea in. Courtois I can live with for sure because he has been alright too. For obviously he was doing alright at the World Cup, but still. Anyway, Courtois is going to be our goalkeeper. Now our defenders have got me a little okay, look, I'll let you know. Here's the back line. We're going to have Marcelo at left back. Again, just everyone's going to put Marcelo at left back. That's fine. Our centre backs, none of the centre backs that I put in are going to make it into this team of the year, but it's going to be Van Dijk and it's going to be Godin. Now, Godin, fine. Uruguay did very, very well at the World Cup. And, of course, the Europa League went on to win that too. Van Dijk, however, it's a weird one because I genuinely do think Van Dijk could quite possibly be the best centre-back in the world. But we've got to this point now over the last couple of years where it doesn't matter how good a player is anymore. It's about what have they won. And it literally, I used to hate that mentality, but that is now the mentality that I have when I make these sorts of decisions. Van Dijk has really got nothing to show for this year apart from just putting out bare brilliant performances. So at the same time, I can 100% understand why people would vote for Van Dijk, and I'm not going to hold it against him. Even though he hasn't really gone on to win anything this year, sometimes it doesn't really matter. Who cares? He is a class, brilliant centre-back, and I know when he first got signed by Liverpool for an insane amount, everyone was like, Jesus, you're spending that much for a centre-back? But I think in the end, it proved to be worth it. And the other pick in our regional back line is at right back, Carvajal. Now, I guess, yeah, he's again part of that Real Madrid side. Spain obviously faltered a little bit at the World Cup, but I don't know everyone, but fine. That's just what everyone else in my region thinks. But okay, Carvajal at right back. The midfield, by the way, is very, very identical, but with one change. We've still got Modric and we've still got Conte. And that means De Bruyne is not in the team. Now, this really rubs me the wrong way, but the guy that we've got replacing him kind of grinds my gears a bit. Instead of putting Kevin De Bruyne in, we're putting in Paul Pogba. Look, I guess, again, if we're factoring in the World Cup, he was part of that French side, and he was legitimately, in my personal opinion, I thought he was man of the match in the final. So I guess it's okay, him getting into this spot, but if we're just taking it off his league performances, then I don't know how I forget about this, which to be fair is the majority of the year, but whatever, it's cool. Pogba's going to go in. I don't know. Hey, it's a collective vote, all right? I didn't put him in my individual team. I don't think it's completely, I think it's okay for him to be in the team, but I think over certain players I'm not so sure. And the front three, thankfully, something we can all agree on as a region. My front three are the exact same as the regional front three. Messi, Ronaldo, and Mbappe is going in as well. So, yeah, I'm happy that I could agree with on at least something with the rest of my community. But there we have it then, everyone. That is my team of the year prediction. That's also my region's team of the year. Again, I agree with half to most picks in that regional team of the year, but I'm not. There's a couple that maybe I'm not so sure about myself. All good, each to their own. I'm pretty happy with my team of the year. I think there's obviously a few players that I've snubbed, which, you know, it's hard. I was always going to end up not putting one or two players into my team of the year that really bloody deserve it. I think Van Dijk was definitely one that I could have snuck in there potentially, but just didn't quite. And even Mo Salah, the fact that he was brilliant last season and even toward the end of this year and to begin this season that we're currently in, he's still been very good. But Mbappe's just done too much. He's had such a breakout year, won a World Cup, for crying out loud, dominated Ligue 1. I just had to give it to him. But yeah, we are done here. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you do want to enter the giveaway on Foot United to win a Team of the Year player and to take your pick as to who you want it to be, then please, by all means, sign up for Foot United, enter the giveaway. But yeah, that will do it for me. Till the next time, guys, my name is MasterBucks. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good one.